So I want to see Cena come back and do another run and, like you say, chase the record. But I don't know. I'm sure he said he's done now because he wants to do some movies, but I hope not.
Well, he might not be thinking that way now with the way all the industries are going. Maybe wrestling is his way back now to earn some money again. But yeah, that'll be fascinating to see. Now, there are other matches. I'm not going to go through all the others. One particular match stood out there. They booked Otis against Dolph Ziggler. That's gone on. I don't know if that's just the case that they were both there and there, so let's just have them on as well. But they've been booked. That's like another match to go for. So, but I suspect that WWE will try to through the show. I suspect they're going to have some like video packages played from various celebrities. That's probably what they'll try and do. Try and show how big and grand it is, even though there's nobody there. I don't see what else they can do. But obviously, there's a lot of celebrities sitting at home on Instagram at the moment, so they've got an easy shout at getting them because they're going to be doing nothing. So it's a good opportunity to get some people on, some eyeballs on the product, that's for sure. And yeah, so it should be good. Do you have any like when you watch WrestleManias like years gone by? Do you have like a ritual, or do you go out normally? What's your thing for WrestleMania? Do you do anything special, or do you just watch it the next day type thing?
I always watch it the next day because like I sometimes stay up for pay-per-views, but I always find by the main event I'm tired,
knackered. Yeah.
Like when you're like falling asleep, or like on a card that's got like 7 or 8 matches, you're probably not going to be interested in all 8 of them. Like like we say, WWE's got such a wide demographic, so there might be a match on that card that like it just isn't for you, and you're not really interested in it, and that's okay. But like when it's like 4 a.m. and you're like holding out and you're watching a match you're not particularly interested in, it's really tough. That's why I don't like staying up, because I just think like it's not as enjoyable because you're so like tired, you're like fighting to stay awake, and then I have work the next day and everything. So I always just normally just keep my phone off, go to work, and then when I get back I'll like have a cheat day, have a couple drinks. And I mean, obviously now like I'm staying up to watch WrestleMania because like there's no life happening.
There's nothing
right now,
else to do. Yeah.
Like
we might as well just sleep
like,
through the day.
Yeah, normally I just like do Monday night for me. I watch them, and I like to make get some like food in, get some drinks in, and normally obviously Dan will watch it with me, or I'd get some friends around to watch it, and that's normally the approach I go. But because if you live in America, like you go out and watch it somewhere, but like here, like I'm not going out like till 4 a.m. and watching
it's a nightmare.
It's like what?
A couple of years ago, we did our first watch along WrestleMania, and it's just when they started to do like it had gone from 4 hours was more than enough time for me. Then it went to like 8-9 hours. Yeah. I was knackered by the end of it.
It can't be as fun, like.
Oh my goodness!
I'm trying to think what I did last year. I think I stayed up for a little bit, and then I watched the rest the next day. But then I didn't like that as much because I thought it was like disjointed. So yeah, I just watched it because I want to watch it when I'm like awake and like excited to watch it, not when I'm like holding on for life. Like
yeah, when I was a kid, I'd stay up for these things, go to school the next day, no problem.
Yeah,
but like WrestleManias back then, they were just centered around like one big main event, maybe a semi-main event if you were lucky. And so it was the goal. You'd always want to try and get to the end because that's the match you mainly wanted to see. But now, like the way everything is, we get like 3, 4, 5 main events sometimes on these cards. So it's a lot of change, and they're normally separated quite a bit sporadically around, and the pacing of it can throw me off a bit. They're not like they don't always climb like a ladder to the ultimate best. They throw out like a big title match at the beginning or something, and you're all like you're at a level 10, and then you go to a level 3, and then you're at 10.
But it's got to flow like that's. But then that's almost the good thing that they have so many must-sees. But as well, I think what's changed is that the women now are main event, and like with women, they've always got the main event match, or they've got 2 storylines. Like I mean, like you say at the moment, like the NXT belt, the NXT Women's Championship is actually one of the like big matches, and it's like. Whereas back in the day, that was wasn't even considered in it. So it's like when you watch the card now, like they have to space it in a way that like, okay, we start with the real big thing, let it fall a bit. Start another big thing to pick it back up, let it fall, and then you like build it back to the end.
Sure.
So you know, it's like tough like that now because like, for example, like Becky Lynch and stuff, she's like such a huge character and so over. So anything she's in is immediately going to be almost like a main event. And then like the Charlotte Flair match, I mean, that's kind of almost a main event, you know. And like, so I think the one last year when Seth came out with Brock, I mean, that was really well executed. The way they did that to kick the show off. And I went to see WrestleMania live, and I think the opener was the Intercontinental match with like Seth and Finn.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
You know, and that was a good one to start off with. So I like it that they kick it off with like a bang.
Yeah.
But,
I mean, I'm interested, fascinated now. Actually, you saying that, what main events the whole thing on Sunday?
But what is the main event? Like, if you're a main event on Saturday night, are you not the main event, and Sunday night is the main event?
I don't know. I mean, they could have. They could have, like, I think it's the Shayna match that's on the Saturday, I think. I'm not sure.
Is that the main event?
On that. No, but the women's match that's on there. And
Okay.
I've just got a feeling because Roman isn't there now, that's not going to go on at the end, that they may have that somewhere else on the card.
Are they replacing him? Did you say?
Yes. Yeah, they're replacing him.
I mean, who are we guessing? I'm guessing Braun.
Yes.
I would guess.
But that's that might be deliberate put out. That's what we're hearing, that WWE have deliberately put that out because they removed him from the Intercontinental match that he was involved in purposely, by all accounts. So it might. But then I guess like
I would actually like to see Braun Strowman and Goldberg. I think that would be interesting. Goldberg just runs through everyone, but how is he going to run through Braun Strowman?
Yeah, just because I'm the way I am and the way I think, I'd like to see either Matt Riddle or Keith Lee. Something Matt just Riddle thrown out of the brilliant. just because of what's been going on.
I want that with a crowd.
Yeah, it's true.
I think would just be lit.
It would be a big surprise.
Yeah, maybe that's why they're doing the curveball with maybe.
Yeah. But who knows? Probably more
because that would get the internet talking a lot.
Yeah.
Like the Matt Riddle Goldberg, that would really people would then start turning on to watch it if they weren't already.
They'll want something to carry over to the next night, so they're going to want to leave you wanting more. So I would suspect a feel-good moment will happen on Saturday out of one of those 4 matches. I would imagine. So. Yeah, they'll definitely want that. Okay, well, thank you very much. I've kept you on here for like way longer than I should have done. You're probably very busy doing with your video content, but once I start talking wrestling, that's it. And it's been really good discussing wrestling with you. You know, I think you're at the same place I'm at with going into this WrestleMania. It's been difficult to talk about this one, but I'm glad I've had you on to have that discussion. It's made my life a little bit easier. Going into this one, because this is like really solo effort all round into this, but should be good. Now, before we go, where can everybody find your stuff? I mentioned your amazing YouTube channel. Where can we find that first and foremost?
So it's youtube.com/Mariah May X, and then my Instagram and Twitter handles are at Mariah May X as well. So it's all the same thing.
Nice and easy, see? We can get that. That's good if you can find that. Yeah. So, sometimes you want to get that, and then there'll be like some other flipping thing comes along.
That's
like
why I have to put
oh, no.
And I think people think it's like part of like my gimmick, like kiss, and I'm like, no, I just couldn't get my username, and I wanted it to be the same everywhere. So,
thank you very much for coming on. It's been a real pleasure chatting to you on all things wrestling. Now, hopefully, like you can put in a good word for me with Danny as well, and we'll get him on at some point. Like get him on. It'd be good to chat to him as well. But thank you very much for all your interesting insights. I'll see how it goes this weekend. I'll be staying up myself just because, like you said, there's nothing else.
There's no life
to worry about the next day, you know. It's literally.
And also, like, I don't know about you, even though like I'm working from home and stuff, like my schedule is just a mess. Like I'm up hard. So late, and I don't know why, because I get up at 9.
Right.
I'm still like up so late anyway, so I'm like, I'm gonna watch it live. It makes sense.
Yeah, that's it. So thank you very much for that, and look forward to seeing you again on the road when hopefully that'll be sooner.
Hopefully, fingers crossed.
Yeah.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
All right.